Imagine this. Someone pushes your buttons, twists your words, and waits for you to lose control. Yet you don't flinch. You don't argue, plead, or over-explain. You answer with one calm, stoic line that shuts the game down and protects your peace. That's exactly what you'll learn today. 10 phrases to silence manipulators instantly, without drama, without yelling, and without selling your self-respect. Treat people who treat you badly like this, and watch the power shift back to you. Stay with me, because the last phrase doesn't just end an argument, it quietly ends the cycle. The Stoics never scrolled social media or dealt with micromanaging bosses, but they understood something timeless. People will attempt to control you through your reactions. They bait you with guilt, escalation, or confusion. Their success depends on whether you hand them your steering wheel. The core of Stoicism is simple and radical. Focus on what is yours to govern. Your judgments, your choices, your actions. If you can hold your ground there, the storms around you lose their grip. Today's phrases are not insults or clever comebacks. They are boundaries expressed with composure. Use them without heat and repeat them when pressure returns. Think of each one as a verbal handrail that keeps you steady when someone tries to pull you into their storm. Phrase 1. I understand what you're saying and I've already decided. Manipulators feed on open doors. If you leave even a tiny crack, maybe, I'll think about it. We'll see. They lean harder tomorrow. This sentence closes the door without slamming it. First, you acknowledge I understand what you're saying. That deflates the drama because they can't claim you're being unfair or not listening. Then you anchor your freedom, and I've already decided. No long defense, no thesis. If they sigh, pout, or accuse you of not caring, you don't enter the emotional maze. You calmly repeat, I do understand, and I've already decided. Like a rock against waves, you don't chase, you don't explain, and slowly, the waves break by themselves. Phrase 2. You're entitled to your view and I'm entitled to disagree. One of the oldest tricks is turning opinion into law. Everyone thinks you're wrong, you're overreacting. That's nonsense. This phrase cuts the illusion of absolute truth without starting a war. It grants the other person their freedom. You're entitled to your view, and reclaims your own. And I'm entitled to disagree. You're not trying to win a courtroom. You're stepping out of it. If they push, so you're saying I'm wrong, resist the trial. You can think that. I still disagree. A Stoic keeps identity separate from other people's judgments. Their opinions are not chains unless you clasp them around your wrists. Phrase 3. I'm not comfortable with this, so I won't be doing it. Manipulation often asks you to ignore your inner alarm. It's just this once. If you cared, you'd do it. Anyone else would. This line brings the spotlight back to your side of the street. I'm not comfortable with this. You're stating a fact about your internal state, not accusing, not diagnosing. Then you pair feeling with responsibility, so I won't be doing it. No tantrum, just clarity. If they twist it, so I make you uncomfortable, don't take the bait. I hear you. I'm still not comfortable, so I won't be doing it. You're not demanding they agree with your comfort level. You're acting in alignment with it. Phrase 4. If I have to disrespect myself to please you, my answer is no. Some requests arrive wrapped in love, loyalty, or duty, but the price tag is your dignity. A calm principle dissolves the fog. If pleasing you requires me to violate my limits, betray my values, or ignore my conscience, then the answer is no. Not a dramatic no, a principled no. The Stoics cared about the kind of person you become when no one's watching. If they try to flip the script, so you think I'm disrespecting you, stay with the principle. I'm saying I won't disrespect myself. My answer is no. You don't need them to certify your boundary before you live by it. Phrase 5. I won't continue this conversation in that tone. When logic stops working, some people reach for volume, sarcasm, or contempt. You don't have to wrestle in the mud to prove you're strong. Describe the condition, not the character. I won't continue this conversation in that tone. You're not calling them toxic or evil. You're stating the boundary of engagement. If they mock you, oh, now you're above me, don't defend your worth. When the tone drops, I'm here. Otherwise, I'm stepping away. Then follow through, end the call, leave the room, or pause the chat. Not to punish, simply to protect your clarity. You choose the arena before you choose the argument. Phrase 6. This matters to you, but this decision is mine to make. Control often wears the costume of concern. People advise you so forcefully that refusal feels like betrayal. This sentence honors their care without surrendering your authority. This matters to you. I hear that. But this decision is mine to make. The power play thrives where your choice is up for auction. Take it off the market. If they say, "Don't blame me later," you can answer, "I appreciate your perspective. The decision is still mine." Wisdom grows when you own both your hits and your misses. Borrowed judgment produces borrowed lives. Phrase 7. I'm responsible for what I do, not for how you feel about it. The most seductive lever isn't anger, it's guilt. If you don't come, I'll be devastated. You ruined my day. You made me feel this way. Compassion matters, but responsibility has borders. Your actions are yours to own. Other people's emotional weather is theirs to interpret. I'm responsible for what I do. If I crossed a line, I'll repair it. But I'm not responsible for how you feel about my healthy boundary. Say it gently and repeat it when tears, sighs, or accusations arrive. I won't make choices just to manage your mood. I'll act according to my values and you can choose how to feel. Phrase 8. I prefer honest silence to a forced agreement. Sometimes the push isn't to understand, it's to extract a yes. When you sense that pressure, trade the counterfeit peace of people-pleasing for the real peace of integrity. I prefer honest silence to a forced agreement. That sentence removes the gray area manipulators love. It offers two roads, a true consensus or a respectful pause. If they press, "So you're giving me the silent treatment," stay clean. I'm choosing not to pretend. If we can't find a genuine middle ground, I prefer we pause instead of forcing something I can't support. This saves you from that bitter aftertaste of saying yes while abandoning yourself. Phrase 9. I know what I lived through. I won't doubt myself because you say otherwise. Skilled manipulators don't always shout. They revise. They shuffle details, invert scenes, and narrate your memory back to you until you mistrust your senses. You do not have to run an evidence seminar to secure your sanity. Calmly anchor your reality. I know what I lived through. I won't doubt myself because you say otherwise. If they scoff, "You're being dramatic," don't litigate. I'm clear about what I experienced. We may remember differently, but I will not outsource my judgment. Your mind is your last line of defense. Guard it, or someone else will write your history for you. Phrase 10. I can forgive you, but you no longer get the same access to my life. Forgiveness and full access are not twins. Forgiveness releases the weight in your chest. Access decides who sits at your table. You can sincerely let go of resentment and still adjust proximity. I can forgive you, but you no longer get the same access to my life. If they accuse you of being stuck in the past, if you truly forgave me, nothing would change. Remember, repeating the same arrangement and expecting a different outcome is not forgiveness, it's denial. You don't owe anyone the privilege to reopen the same wound. You owe yourself the duty to protect it while it heals. Let's put these phrases into life because wisdom lives in action. Imagine a coworker who keeps dumping urgent tasks on you at 5 p.m. as you're packing up. They start with a guilt hook. If you cared about the team, you'd help. You breathe, remember your footing, and say, "I understand what you're saying, and I've already decided to leave on time today." They pivot to pressure. "So you're okay with everyone thinking you're selfish?" You stay centered. You're entitled to your view, and I'm entitled to disagree. If they escalate, wow, unbelievable. You finish with tone and exit. "I won't continue this conversation in that tone. We can pick it up tomorrow." Then you go. A boundary that is not enacted is a suggestion. A boundary enacted calmly becomes culture. Picture a family scenario. A parent or sibling advises you about your relationship, career, or finances, except it doesn't feel like advice, it feels like command. You listen, then say, "This matters to you and I hear your concern, but this decision is mine to make." If they say you'll regret it, you repeat the ownership. "Thank you. I'll own the results." The paradox is beautiful. When you take responsibility for your choices, the people who rely on controlling you lose interest, and the people who love you for real respect you more. Or take a tender scene with someone you care about who keeps cracking jokes that sting. You've tried laughing it off, but you feel smaller each time. The next time it happens, you don't diagnose their character. You bring it home. "I'm not comfortable with that joke, so I won't be engaging with it." If it continues, you add tone. "I won't continue this conversation in that tone." When the tone drops, "I'm here." Calm does not mean passive. Calm is active self-respect. There's a different kind of challenge when the manipulator is subtle. They don't order, they insinuate. They don't demand, they mope. They say, "I just thought you were different," and wait for you to scramble. This is where phrase 7 earns its keep. I'm responsible for what I do, not for how you feel about it. Then you make your choice and let their weather be their weather. Your kindness can be generous. Your boundaries must be firm. A word about repetition. Many manipulative patterns are not defeated by a single excellent sentence. They dissolve through consistent boundaries delivered in the same calm tone every time. Think of it like training a muscle. The first rep feels awkward, the second rep shakes. By the 10th rep, your voice is steady, your breathing smooth, your eyes clear. People learn how to treat you from what you consistently allow. If your words are strong but your follow-through is weak, the lesson falls apart. If your words are steady and your actions match, the lesson holds, even if at first it triggers pushback. And a word about composure. No phrase is a magic spell if your voice drips with contempt. The Stoic edge is not sharpness, it's steadiness. You can be firm without being cruel, clear without being cold. When you feel the flood rising, heart racing, jaw clenching, come back to your breath. Slow your exhale. As you breathe out, let the excess words drain with the air. Then deliver the line once, maybe twice. If it turns into a spiral, invoke phrase 5 and step away. You are not abandoning the conversation, you are protecting the conditions for a sane one. Notice what these phrases have in common. None of them are about winning an argument. All of them are about winning yourself back. The moment you stop performing for approval or managing other people's feelings like a full-time job, you create space for a different life, one where your choices are guided by your values, not by someone else's volume, guilt, or certainty. In that space, respect starts at home and radiates outward. Some people will meet you there, others will drift away. Let them. The company you keep shapes the person you're becoming, and your future self is counting on you to be selective. Before we close, here's a fast recap you can screenshot in your mind. When someone tries to bulldoze your decisions, I understand what you're saying, and I've already decided. When opinion masquerades as law, you're entitled to your view, and I'm entitled to disagree. When your body says no, I'm not comfortable with this, so I won't be doing it. When the price is your dignity, if I have to disrespect myself to please you, my answer is no. When tone becomes a weapon, I won't continue this conversation in that tone. When concern turns into control, this matters to you, but this decision is mine to make. When guilt grabs the wheel, I'm responsible for what I do, not for how you feel about it. When pressure seeks a fake yes, I prefer honest silence to a forced agreement. When your reality is rewritten, I know what I lived through. I won't doubt myself because you say otherwise. And when cycles must end, I can forgive you, but you no longer get the same access to my life. If even one of these lines helps you reclaim a piece of your peace this week, the shift has already begun. Boundaries are not walls. They are gates with your hand on the latch. You decide who enters and how. You decide the tone. You decide what your evenings feel like, what your mornings feel like, and how much of your life is spent apologizing for existing. Choose deliberately. If this resonated with you, say it out loud with me. Today I choose to let go. Type it, remember it, and use it when the old patterns knock. And if you want to keep building that daily habit of protecting your inner peace and growing in maturity, subscribe to Stoic Spring. New videos are coming to help you stay calm, set boundaries, and live by principle. Your future self is watching from down the road, grateful that you started today.